jump in subscribers on my channel. I went from 187 to almost 4,000 now, and it's been like 3 weeks. Got a lot of views on a clam moving video that I did 2 years ago. Well, that put me over the mark to monetize, so I'm going to try to make a lot more content, get this four-wheeler together, so you guys got something to watch. Stick with me. I got a lot of videos coming. Apparently, YouTube algorithm at its finest recommended this video to millions of people. So I went from 18,000 views on that video 2 weeks ago to 4.5 million views today. It's probably more now. 157,000 likes, 8,000 comments. I'm still trying to go through all the comments, but yeah, that's going to take a while. Alright, just a little bit of an informational video on these Yamaha 350 Warriors. This is a brand new head. Never been used. This is my old head. It's been used a lot. Still clean it up, lap the valves, it'd still be a good head. It's got a stage 1 cam in it. One of the reasons I got the new head, see that lip? The other side. There's no lip. Now the reason that's there is because the upper motor mount brackets that come with it are really, really thin, and it broke. So when I was riding it, it was rubbing that and eating away the aluminum. But this one, it's fresh. It's not supposed to look like that. The old cases. Now you look, see that groove right there? It's because the bolts that the guy had in it were the wrong ones. And you can see the hole is wallered out too. Now, this is my new cases. That hole looks perfect. And this is the left side of the new ones. Smooth. So that's what you want it to look like. You got the wrong size bolt, it's going to rattle apart and you're going to have problems. Check your bolts, make sure they're tight, put a little bit of blue Loctite on them if you have to. Lock washers, whatever. Periodically check them, like every ride, go over it. Because if you lose a bolt and that rear end comes out and goes through your sprocket, it's going to tear up a bunch of shit. Probably break your chain and end up snapping your case. Like this one is right here. That's a bearing cup on the inside. When the chain broke, it snapped this ear off. As you can see, this one has the ear, it has everything. Here's the bearing pocket right here. This whole thing right here broke off because the chain broke on somebody else. And then the guy RTV'd it, put a bunch of RTV in there. Down through that hole, that is where the bearing sits. So all that RTV came in through this bearing. This all has oil in it, and it got into my oil, and a big chunk of it clogged up the oil jacket going to the crank, and that's what burned up my crank. If I kept on riding it and it messed up, it could have completely destroyed my gears, which my training gears are perfectly okay. There's no nicks, there's nothing. They flow smooth, everything's fine with them, so I got lucky. Take that head, rebuild that head, put bigger valves in it, port it, polish it, bore this cylinder head out to 366, big bore kit for these things, and then get a carburetor and build the carburetor. See, my factory carburetor, it needs cleaned up, but everything inside is new. The slide, the jets, the floats, everything's new. Brand new intake boot. They make an aluminum one. We'll see. You gotta get this bolt. It's the wrong size bolt. Too small, wiggles too much. And this bolt. This is the right size bolt, but the threads are stripped out. I can't find these bolts. I've looked, all I can find is the used ones, and people want like 50-60 bucks for them. So if I can find the same grade bolt, the same style bolt, that's what I need, and that would be the right bolt. But I cannot find the rear end bolts for this. The other thing I need to replace this is a timing chain guide. It sits right here in this little pocket, and there's another pocket up in the head. You look at the end, it's all broke up. There used to be a little metal dowel pin in there, and that's gone. This one's still got it right there, and I can't find these either. Also, I wanted a new head because the studs on the old head were not studs. That was a stud. The guy had an Allen bolt in here that was way too long, and you tighten it up and it gets all the way to the bottom of the threads and it tightens up. Well, it's not even tightened the exhaust all the way to it, so that's why I had an exhaust leak. This came with new studs and nuts. These studs are bigger than the factories, so they're going to hold up to a lot more. I stuck this clutch in oil. You're supposed to soak them in oil. This thing's been in here for a while. I planned on rebuilding this motor a while ago and had put it on hold. So I assume the clutch disc sitting in oil for this period of time is okay, because inside the motor they sit in oil. I'm reusing these. One of these goes in between like the 3rd and 4th disc, and the other one goes in between like the 5th and 6th. It just helps them spring back open. It helps it from staying stuck together, because you notice when you go to start your bike for the first time, or four-wheeler or whatever, and you pull the clutch in, if it's a kickstart, you kick it, it wants to move right away because the discs are still stuck together. From what I see in the book that I have, they look normal. So maybe somebody's already replaced them. I'm not sure. Leave comments. Let me know what I should do, what I should get, if there's anything else I need, if you see something I'm missing. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys see anything I'm missing, I need, if you think I should do something. This is my first quad I've ever rebuilt, so let me know. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching.